Welcome back, everybody, to Destiny. Today, we take on a boss. This should be really awesome. It was really awesome. My strike team of 3 is entering the refinery here on Old Russia, and before you know it...
up ahead, under that colony ship, just on the other side of all those devils.
We've got devils incoming. This ship not only is going to drop regular enemies, though, but a gigantic robotic beetle that has armor stronger than... I don't even know, a sea of armored dinosaurs or something, because this guy just, he packs an extremely brutal bunch. I mentioned last time that we may have been a little bit under-leveled to take on this encounter, but nonetheless, we're ready for action, and my team will beat this Devil Walker. He is massive and has a bunch of different attacks, and I think this is where Destiny gets really exciting. When you throw in all these different types of enemies, when you add in your friends and comrades, and when you place a very large and or unique enemy, someone that has a totally different attack pattern than what you're seeing in the regular field of play. You're not just running into grunts and drone type creatures basically, but you've got a guy who is launching rockets, he is stomping around, and he is eating up the damage. Luckily my team was all about reviving me and all about reviving each other and keeping us all in play as long as possible. I thought it was interesting just to be able to watch their perspective as they come to me. That was implemented really nicely and really well. I am supercharged and ready for action. I will be using this sniper a little bit later on in this video. It's a pretty cool sniper. Feels a lot like a Halo-esque sniper. But trying to get a drop on this guy from a different angle. He's got an armada of guards all by him, including some pretty strong ones. Level 6 Fallen Vandals aren't the toughest, but you saw in the back there is a captain who definitely packs a punch of his own. At this point, I was like, dang it, I wish I could talk to my team and tell us to spread out, because I would have loved to attack him from different angles. You'll notice I'm doing a wide variety of damage. First, we've got 6 damage when I hit his really armored bits, 23. If we hit a soft spot, I will be able to do over 30 damage. Now, I know some people aren't a fan of like aiming down the sights. They aren't a fan of the numerical base damage, but I like it on this kind of encounter when I really have to pinpoint my attacks. And so going for his big red head is not going to yield me the same results as if I hit his joints underneath all of his tough armor. And we also got to make sure we clear these things out, because they will attack you from the side and definitely make the main attraction harder. I was quite impressed by how beefy this dude is. Like I said, we're level 6, 7, and 8 here. And a lot of the guys in the area are of similar level. So it has me excited that we're going to get some really difficult boss battles that really require a lot of ammo. They eat up a lot. We're about to run into, though, my only concern, or I guess one of my primary gameplay concerns with Destiny, which is ammo loss. You'll notice right now that I've got about 52 shots left. I get in there and get my little supercharged ability up. I'm down to 28 bullets. I'm running on 1 and like 1/8 of a clip. 4 shots left. At this point, I need to have my teammates kill other guys so that I can acquire more ammo. I'm not sure if there's another way to get ammunition, but I could not find it in my time spent playing the game. I don't know if this is something they will adjust come, the final release. Luckily, I walk in here, I revive this dead ghost. I thought maybe that would give me some ammo. No such luck. So I'm currently stuck, basically helpless. I cannot assist in battle. I mean, I can go in here and try and melee this guy, but I need to get near a dead enemy so that I can collect their goodies. At this point, I was like, I don't even care if I die. Maybe I'll respawn with at least a little bit of ammo. Jasmiz comes back in. Will you save me, Jasmij? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mwah. And we're back. We get a full clip. So, I don't know if this encourages you to die and respawn. I feel like you don't want infinite ammo. That doesn't become very fun either. But in a game that's all about just running around fighting foes that will respawn in certain places and dealing with massive, gun battles and enemies that are going to take a lot of effort and a lot of time. Good God. What is this guy launching? Why is he zeroing in on me all the time? But they've got to find a little bit of a workaround for this ammo. Now, if I'm missing something major, please forgive me. Like I said, I don't know everything about this game. I just know what I've played. But yeah, the ammo problem seemed to be a decent one. But you're going to get to see the sniper. I finally got some special ammo. And here we can come in here and pick him off. Doing more damage, obviously, because it is a sniper. But I really want to get his weak points. That head, the top. It's not a typical game where, oh, the red spot's the weak point. We actually are looking to hit his underside, which I thought was pretty cool. And as you see, his health meter is beefy. We've got 3 players going ham on him, and he's not even sweating. I kind of want to leave this run for a little bit of time so you can see all of his different effects. The grenade is pretty helpful, but he has a close range stomp, so if we get close, he will try to shake us off. He's got his rocket missiles that he launches. He's got an underside like gun thing that he's using to keep us at bay. We can deal damage to him, though, where he gets in sort of a grounded position, where then we're trying to come in and really do damage. I'm looking for any ammunition I can find, trying to get a beat on this guy. He just keeps slamming his big belly into the ground to really hurt us. But now we're playing the smart game. Now we are spreading out and utilizing multiple angles to take this dude out. He still has that close range attack, though. It does not allow me to get beside him like I want to, so I'm trying my best to just, what can I do here? He's launching out little grenades and really putting us in a bad spot. You'll notice that my teammates are pulling out their Sparrow, their little vehicle that you can call at any time. Now, I didn't use this that much. I'm more a fan of on-foot gameplay, and I like exploring the world that way. I think it feels more vast and just more intimate and intense from a first-person on-foot standpoint. But you can call this vehicle at pretty much any point to maneuver around the world, and I have heard people who do really enjoy it. I'm not one of them, but maybe you are. I think it controls fine. I just don't really like traversing by a vehicle. Now, we're picking each other back up, clearing out enemies. You've got a sniper up there, if you can see him, above the Devil Walker, and this guy, he just takes a lot of damage. So I'm going to skip forward a little bit, and let's see if we can beat this dude and reach the real boss. Devil Walker is almost down. We've got him to just a sliver of health as he tries to slam us out like some sort of crazy robotic wrestler. It's not going to cut it. We're spread out. We figured his patterns, and we are really going for those joints. He's down, and this might be his final hurrah. He summoned in this army of fallen flyers here to try and defend him, but it will not be enough. We are going to take out the Devil Walker. I think if we were a little bit higher level, it probably would have gone quicker, but because I'm 6, my teammate's 7, and one guy is 8, it seemed to just be an everlasting battle. All in all, it took about 10 minutes, which really isn't that bad. But now we're on the hunt for Sepix Prime, and I wanted to make sure we got to see both bosses in this video for you guys. I was really... This is my favorite part of the game, and I enjoy these encounters a lot. I'm accidentally shooting Robo-Cody because I'm so freaking pumped up, but we'll try and cool our jets and head for the big dude. I thought that was the big dude, the Devil Walker, but apparently he was just a guardian of something even greater. The indoor environments are so atmospheric. It's so fun to go through these hollowed out grounds and like, oh my god, the Devil's Lair. Clearly someone devious has been taking up residence here, and what in the world? It's an orb the size it's a gigantic ball, and we are gonna have to clear out the horde so that we can get in there and do damage. It looks like he's charging up. I don't even know how these orbs are sentient, but this guy is clearly sucking the energy straight out of something. What is he doing? Where is he going? Is he siphoning power off of fellow Fallen? I don't know what he's doing, but this is clearly our target. He may not look like a boss, but he sure is one, and now Sepix Prime is ready for us. Again, you gotta target your strikes, because 34 damage if you get his soft jelly bits. You want to hit him where the goo is really, really, really soft, and that grenade is just popping off 51s. See, we're doing 23 if we hit his armor, and 34 inside. This is a ball that means business. He's not just like the other globes we found riding around the land. This guy has massive attacks that create some pretty nifty fireworks shows, and my team is really bracing for battle here. How can we take him out? The music rages, and Sepix Prime, he is the ultimate bad guy. He's got a big skull next to his name, and so we know he is our intense foe. Now, I will say one thing I hope that future boss encounters or future mission objective encounters entail is more fast-moving bosses. Both the Devil and Sepix Prime are pretty stationary. They require you to just come at them from different angles, and I think it would be cool to go up against maybe a more maneuverable enemy that challenges you to really utilize cover and maybe even move throughout a battlefield rather than just stop and pop. I guess this guy utilizes cover as well, but I mean in more of a dynamic way versus just duck and pop, and duck and pop. Nonetheless, this was still so intense, and like I've mentioned many times before, playing this with friends I think is going to increase your experience so much, because everyone's going to be like, oh my god, there's ammo over here, okay, I need ammo. As you can see, I'm getting really low on ammo again, and running into an instance where I'm like, I wish I had an ammo dealer who I could carry in my back pocket, because I got nothing in that primary, and the sniper here is really good. You can see we're popping 408 damage. I was so happy that the sniper felt good, and pretty soon you're going to get to see a super sexy no-scope kill with this guy that made me just smile ear to ear. I was just grinning like a freaking psychopath, but it was a really, really cool moment. Throw in my supercharge in there for over 800 damage. A lot of people have been concerned that this game is just Borderlands with prettier graphics, but I really do feel that the controls and the mechanics and just sort of the stylistic choices that they made from a gameplay standpoint differentiate it. Okay, first of all, the guns feel very different. Second of all, the enemies, I feel like they're smarter and more intelligent in terms of their AI patterns than Borderlands, where you have a ton of guys just slowly running or walking at you. Here there's a lot more flanking, there's a lot more cover taking, and I feel like they throw a wider variety of enemies at you at once in order to force your playstyle to be different. And just in general, like, the scope of this game, the scale, the sci-fi nature, makes it feel like a much more epic, like everything just comes together a little bit nicer, I feel like, from the music to the way the guns sound, to the feel of the guns from a control standpoint, and I hope that with multiple planets, many missions, and here we go, boom, that's a no-scope kill on that Fallen Vandal right there. Thank you very much, I was super proud of that. I zoomed in for a quick second, but I actually got the shot if you slow it down before I even zoomed in, so bingo, bango, bongo. But yeah, like, I played the Borderlands games, and I've enjoyed them, but I have much more hope and anticipation for this one. I think it's got a much more intriguing world. I think that the setup visually is much more conducive to really epic moments. I don't know that I ever felt like Borderlands has big bosses, but it still sort of feels, to me personally, I just never had the scope that a Halo type game delivers within Borderlands. And this is early game, this is alpha. I'm very intrigued and optimistic that the final game can deliver us some really cool encounters and some really epic quests that hopefully will be super memorable, that you can take your friends on these missions that aren't just for, you know, some extra loot or some extra XP, but that have scenarios that are really cool. And I think that's going to be Destiny's biggest challenge, is can they create environments, scenarios, missions that are able to maintain the focus and the intensity and the memorability of a single-player game within their more multiplayer structure. I'm still holding out for a cohesive campaign. I think that would be really cool. I like this world. I like the Guardians. I like how it all looks. I'm intrigued to see what happened, you know, with this tower and with the Guardians and with the different planets and with these giant glowing orbs. But if it's just a game of encounters and strike missions, we probably won't ever get that. So I hope that there is a little more story than this leads on, but I think it and Borderlands are different, and they're going to release close to each other. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and Destiny, so you'll have a chance to compare them directly, and I think if you play them back to back, you'll be able to notice the differences. They might not be as huge as some people were hoping for. There definitely are similarities, but I think that Borderlands and Destiny are unique enough from each other that you will not, like, they could not be in the same series. I mean, a futuristic Borderlands would not feel like this. Just a lot of it's in the feel of the guns, a feel of the controls, and that's something that you have to play for yourself to really comprehend. I can't convince you of it via words. It must be done through actions. And I'm back in the Devil's Lair, and we have to carry out our final action of this mission, which is to finish off Sepix Prime. He's brought in some help. He's making weird gargle groogles. Sounds like he's summoning Jar Jar Binks. And he's blasting away pretty hardcore. I'm supercharged. I don't want to waste on this fallen captain, though. Even though I try to keep my teammates safe, we'll use a melee strike versus a superpower. And let's go in and see if we can spot him and get him good. He's up above, really blasting away heavily at us. And I'm like holding on for dear life. This mission has been raging on for a long time, and I don't want to fail it. Now, we never had an instance where we did fail. I assume if all three of us go down, perhaps there's mission failure, or maybe not. I don't know. Can you even fail a mission in Destiny? I assume you could, but now that I think about it, maybe you would just wait for the respawn timer. I don't know. Is it one of those things where one player must be alive to carry on your objective, or can you all be down? That's something I don't really know. Maybe I'll have to go and explore that. But right now, we are just in clutch mode, finishing off Sepix Prime. He's got a little bit of health left. He teleports for one last faraway stand. No siree. Not going to stand for that, Sepix. The Devil's Lair complete.
Well, they sent the right team to handle this one.
Sepix Prime cast a great shadow over our city. With its destruction, the fallen devils will grow weaker. But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they'll find ways to survive. They always do.
I really like this idea that I'm some, I am a guardian, that's the name of the character, but more of a guardian of the universe. Like the way that they talk about things, the way that they, evoke senses of protection, and that you are going on, like, it feels pretty epic in scope, and I hope they're able to really convey that through their different planets, their different sections. I hope that Earth is more than just Old Russia. I hope there's multiple continents within Earth, like there should be, that have varying environments. We pick up our XP and pick up a bunch of glimmer. Just to show you a mission complete screen here, you can see my progress within my upgrades. I don't have any bounties. I'm not sure specifically what that is. But you can see that I did pretty well. I've got 75 kills, 11 deaths, 13 precise kills, and we got some cool rewards. Everyone unlocked different rewards, and I wonder what that system's like. I'm not sure if it's based on my character. I'm not sure if it's based on our level. I'm not sure if it's based on how well we did, but I'd be curious to know the inner workings of their loot system, because that's going to be very important. If you're going to run these raids, raid type missions over and over, you want to have a knowledge of what the loot's going to be. But that's something I'm sure we'll get in the full game. Guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. I thought this was pretty epic. What did you guys think? The boss battle, pretty cool. I was able to get there my first night playing this game as I just soldiered through, and I had a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more. The alpha's coming to a close, but I can definitely show off some more goodies for you guys if you want. Until the time, everybody, thanks again for watching. Fantastic day as I upgrade my characters' outfits here. Drink some hot chocolate. Until next time, we will see you all later.